I don't know, if the Martians come here and sing, or the aliens come and have a bad tune, I'll say that one, yeah, definitely. That one, you are Ingi. My name is Abdul Karim. I am the manager and director of Melodica Music Stores, which is one of the oldest music producer, publisher and distributor of our regional East African music. We've been here since 1971. My father, P.L. Daudia, he started the company, and we have our labels. We have our Melodica label, we got our Sulwe label, we got Lingala labels, and those are all our productions. I was still very young. My father had started there. So being a little child, running around, playing around, you get tired, you know, after eating good food of Made. And then come into the shop, because we used to live typical, upstairs and downstairs is the shop. I used to go and sleep under where the table was, where my father used to play the records. I grew up listening to those records. Kijaluo, Kikikuyu. You know, I grew up listening to that, so it's all inside of me. We had a studio upstairs, which wasn't for recording, which was for practicing. It was on the 3rd floor. And there all these guys would come in and go in. So me, typically, Huyo, Twende, Ju, Skiza, he's playing this, Ramogi is playing that, you know, and that caught me. How can music come from such a thing? How can music come from a record? I mean, well, how does it work? So that was the whole point. It's the heart. You either love it or you don't love it. Young, old, wazes, washabik, people who want guitar repaired, people who want to find out how they can download music on the internet, so we explain it to them. Then washabiks come, like you saw one, he had cassettes. And he wanted the cassette recorded and digitized. That's one. Then there are those who come for vinyls. Then there are those who come for historical values. And those that come for even to ask us, oh, do you know such a musician? We are trying to enter into a contract with them. So even international Europeans contact me as a point reference. I've got tons of record players there. Stylus is broken, and the guy has got this many records, and he can't play his record, you know, so it's very sentimental. You know, it's like, these wazes, our Kenyan people, actually the world over, vinyl records is a very sentimental thing. Even cassettes, as long as the music is there, the person holds historical value to it. And what I'm proud of is the value that even people from outside, from Japan, from the US, Europe, the world, Colombia, oh my God, everybody is somehow mad about and crazy about our African music.
Minutes before midnight, the British flag was lowered in darkness.
When that flag went down, I was already 1 year old. So I always say to myself, I jokingly, if I hadn't been born, sijui tungekuwa wapi. You know, that euphoria of independence, that euphoria that we're now not limited, we're not restricted to, under colonial rules, you couldn't sing about some kind of issue going on here. Personal issues between the Serekali or something like that, British Serekali. You had to be very careful. They had to sing very softy songs, and once independence came, they were free and they could do anything, and they were encouraged. You either have pride of your country or you don't have pride of your country. I have my uncles and that who live in England, wherever that they are. Yeah, it's very beautiful, it's very nice. But when they come here, it's very vast, it's beautiful. There's action, there's people talking. There's a person out right there right now who's singing a song. I even got somebody asking me, oh, there's this song from South Africa. Simba Wanyika, and he's singing it. Inaishi namna sijui nitakufanya wewe nini bibi yangu. Now he's asking and begging me to find that song, find that song. So to me it's like, it becomes like, oh my God, if I don't do this then the whole dam will break. You know? To me a request is a very personal request. Even if I make 0 shillings, I don't care, as long as it's about music. Finished. I think what our youth need to get out of, in a way, is too much the keyboard. You cannot play the saxophone on a keyboard. Yeah, you can, but there's no sensation behind it. You cannot play, for example, a tumba drum. You know, there's a sound that a tumba makes, which you cannot get with inside. So what they need to do is go more into their heritage. I personally think that if we don't put in an action and a dedicated and certified action, that within the next 10-20 years, we will only be able to maintain roughly only 25% of our musical heritage. But the rest will be lost. It's like a language that is disappearing step by step. If we don't save our musical heritage, seriously, if we do not put a very determined and dedicated way to preserve it. And now we do have it. It's not just held in one reel or in one record or in one cassette or in one quick recording. There is a way it can be saved properly onto our Kenyan archive. Any music that was recorded besides the modern one, which is, it goes under a different copyright timing, but anything that was recorded before that belongs to Kenyans. It is yours. It is mine, it is his, it is his, it is hers, it is hers. It is of the youth, it is of the child that's going to be born tomorrow. Or the child that is, it belongs to them. But it's, you know, like a big mutungi, and then it's got a small hole in there, and mutungi, and we have to block that hole and save it. It's disappearing.